cricket, and all variety. Catch us at Romy TV every Monday, Wednesday and Friday from 2 p.m.
so that we can keep it sporty at Sporty Arena. Well, it's a good morning, very good morning everywhere, anywhere. Good morning everyone, welcome to this show, welcome to Sports Arena. I'm your host Emmanuel Onyango.
And I'm your guy Eriko, your favorite Arsenal fan and Arteta's pundit.
It seems today you are so happy, my guy.
Oh, very happy.
After that win over Chelsea.
I am elevated. Not only elevated,
Yeah, elevated. Now let's turn our attention here in Kenya, whereby stakeholders welcome truths in the local game. Sports Cabinet Secretary Ababu Namwamba on Friday reinstated the FKF National Executive Committee, which was disbanded during the reign of his predecessor Amina Mohammed, and reopened the Federation Kandanda House offices. This was one of the key requirements that the World Football Governing Body instead should be met while slapping Kenya with a suspension on February 24. Amina disbanded the Federation on November 11, 2021 due to alleged misappropriation of funds. Namwamba also asked FKF President Nick Mwendwa to stay out of the office until he clears his name in court. Now we saw that the FKF has been banned. The Football Kenya Federation has been banned to play in
any FIFA match.
Yeah, exactly. And now Ababu Namwamba has come and talked to Nick Mwendwa. They want to clear a truce, to have a truce between them, whereby we saw that there was a truce between the government and the Kenya Football Federation. So now that Ababu Namwamba is coming to this part and trying to bring back sports in Kenya in an effective way. Now, do you support the situation whereby he's doing a very good job, whereby he wants to see Kenya coming back to this position of sports?
Yeah, well, of course, I respect Namwamba. The last time he was the CS of sport, we ended up winning the Sekafa, the Sekafa championship, and I think he has a great plan for us, and I think he's already started his work by bringing back the federation, which was one of the requirements for FIFA, so that we can continue to play in FIFA games, and. I think it's a good sign that now he's working with Nick Mwendwa, the FKF president, and I think he has a good plan for us. Of course, we really hope to see Kenya go back to the heights they were before, and I know Ababu Namwamba can do this. He's a brilliant man, and he has his tactics on edge.
Now, speaking about Kenya, let's turn to the Kenya Simbas, whereby Kenya Simbas were thrashed by the US Eagles, whereby that was evident when the United States of America Eagles blew them away 68-14 after leading 19-0 at the break in the opening match of the 2023 Rugby World Cup final qualification tournament on Sunday at 7 Stadium in Dubai. The Simbas will take on Portugal on November 12th before wrapping up their campaign for a place in the 2023 Rugby World Cup in France with a match against Hong Kong on November 18th. Now, has all days gone?
Of course, the glory days are lost. We need something short of a miracle to bring the rugby team back to where it was before. Yeah, and the game tomorrow against Hong Kong is the last chance they have. It's the last chance they have to prove themselves that they can do it. If they qualify to the 2023 Rugby World Cup, that will be a great achievement. They can even attract sponsors who can invest in their training, and who can see that the rugby league, the rugby team is going somewhere once again. We really need our rugby team back. It's our pride. is the pride of Kenya. Yeah, we need them back. We need them winning trophies. We need them winning games. Losing yesterday against United States, that was really embarrassing. Yeah, and in that whole league, we have not won a single game. We even lost to Uruguay. How can we lose to Uruguay? Those people are so small. They are so short. I even wondered, how can we lose to Uruguay? But let's see how it goes. I think Babu Nawambo also has some plan with the rugby team. I think let's wait and see.
Now, where you want us to talk mostly now, let's turn our attention to the English Premier League, whereby games were played over the weekend. When we turn our attention to on Saturday, whereby we saw Nottingham Forest drawing 2-2 with Brentford. Brighton and Hove Albion got another point, whereby they won 3-2 against Wolves. Leeds vs Bournemouth. Leeds came back to win that game 4-3. Now, there was a late drama. Manchester City against Fulham. It is controversial where they say that it was a match-fixing game, whereby you saw that they received a penalty in the last stages of the game.
A very soft penalty, to be honest. A very, very soft penalty. I think the script was already written.
That Man City should throw himself.
Man City had to win that game one way or another, but I don't think it's fair. We have seen... I think that is the softest penalty I've ever seen being given in the Premier League. I don't even think the defender touched De Bruyne.
He did not.
De Bruyne just it was just a tactical fall from De Bruyne to attract the penalty, which the referee fell for it. And even after going to the VAR and reviewing it again, it was the same decision. And I think that was really weak. That was really biased. And I think the Premier League should do something about it. Of course.
Yes, on Sunday, we are going to focus on Sunday, whereby we see Aston Villa were able to thrash the Red Devils on the first game of Unai Emery's era. The Red Devils were beaten 3-1. They conceded 2 goals in the first 11 minutes.
Let me tell you one thing. The first thing I saw in that Aston Villa team yesterday was an Arsenal game. I think Emery has taken the Arsenal game to Villa. Well, I don't have anything wrong with that. Of course, he's a good manager. It's his tactics, but I think they played a really good game. They shut down Manchester United like nothing else. They really shut them down. The press was relentless. Man United had no clear chances. They had no clear-cut passes. Everything was... They dominated everything, and that was a great start for Unai Emery. And I think Unai Emery has won in the last 3 games against Man United. Because he won in the final against Europa League. He won in penalties against Man United. He also, his last game with Manchester United at Arsenal, he also won 2-0. I think that is good for Emery, and I think that's a sign of a great Premier League manager coming. Of course.
West Ham against Crystal Palace. West Ham were beaten at home 2-1 by Crystal Palace.
It was another comeback, of course, by Crystal Palace. That was a great match. A West London derby. Of course, it was very much hyped.
Now, I know you want us to talk about this one, but we are going to talk about it the last one. Let's turn our attention to Tottenham against Liverpool, whereby Mohamed Salah was able to score a brace and also a goal for Harry Kane in the last stages of the game in the 70th minute. What do you think about this Tottenham side? Are they good enough to compete for the title?
Well, the only person I can see who is good enough in that Tottenham team is Harry Kane. He scored in his he has scored in his last consecutive 6 consecutive home games. I think he's in a really great run on form, but for Tottenham to suffer back-to-back defeats, that is not something which is good, especially for Antonio Conte. At this stage, it's where the Premier League starts getting more competitive. It's where teams have to up their game. It's where coaches find new tactics. They find new motivations for the players. They find new players to at least take the game to a higher level. And I think Tottenham are doing the opposite of it. They are being beaten mercilessly. They were beaten by Newcastle at home just the other day. Now they are being beaten by Liverpool at home again. And if they want to remain at the top 4, they need to do very much better. The game yesterday was so blunt from them. They had very few chances. It was only the chance from Hurricane which they utilized well. But given that Liverpool is a very great team, they have a very great attack. As we saw another masterclass from Mohamed Salah. Another great goal that he knows how to step up in big games. Kudos to him.
Now this is another team whereby we are going to talk about. It's Newcastle. This team seems to be the dark horses in the league right now. They have been able to score so many goals compared to last season. Now this season we see them they're in the third position actually. Yesterday they were able to thrash Southampton 4-1.
Well, whatever Eddie Howe is doing in Newcastle, he should continue doing it. But there have been allegations that they are being helped by the money injection from the Arab owners. And I don't think that is a really bad thing for any team.
It's the same thing that happened to Man City.
Man City did that, and now they are dominating the Premier League like no one else. And I think Newcastle want to follow the same lane. Well, I think if there are no rules against that, I think it's okay. I think most teams now should look out to up their competition. They should also inject more money to the team. And do what Newcastle are doing. This team is even when you see them play, you can see this is a team which is going far. Their gameplay is so clean, so relentless. Almiron is on form. Everyone is on form. We can see the likes of Bruno Guimaraes. They are so on form. Everybody is on fire. Kudos to this team, and I wish to see them in the title race with us in Man City.
Now, the London Derby.
Of course.
The London Derby, whereby a team whereby it's dominating at the moment in the Premier League. Arsenal were able to beat Chelsea a 0-0, a goal by Gabriel Magalhaes. So now the pressure is on Arsenal right now. I can say, because now you can see that they're in the first position, 34 points, followed by Manchester City, 2 points behind them. Now, are Arsenal favourites also? Are Arsenal title contenders?
Yeah, of course. I think for now, it is clear that now Arsenal are in the title race. Of course, because there is no other team performing better than them. That is true. 13 matches going. That they have shown so much relentless. And I think the game against yesterday, they dominated. From minute 1 to minute 90, they were really clear on their chances. They pressed really well. Chelsea felt like a relegation team, and it was nice seeing Arsenal win a very decisive London derby. If Arsenal could have lost yesterday, it would be almost over for them, because the Man City will now be in front of them. Only a win could have salvaged them.
Now let's see now the top scorers. We see that Erling Haaland scored his 18th goal of the season.
And for your information, he has the same goals as Man United this season. He has more goals. Man United have scored 18 goals. He has the same goals as Man United
and has one more goal more than Chelsea this season.
And he also has the same goals as Ronaldo the whole last season.
Wow.
And it's not even the middle of the season.
Well, Erling Haaland has 18 goals, followed by Harry Kane 11 goals. And Alexander Mitrovic. At the moment, Alexander Mitrovic has been kept silent. He's not scored
he's been
for a while. And top assists, Kevin De Bruyne, 9 assists. Bukayo Saka, Alexis Wobian, Bernardo Silva, Gabriel Jesus, all have 5 assists on their name. Now, let's turn our attention to the La Liga, whereby we saw yesterday there were plenty of games. And yesterday in La Liga, I saw so many red cards. It was shocking to see how many red cards are going to be given over there. And we can see also the news-making headlines in La Liga is Gerard Piqué retiring from football. It was his last match. And in his last match, they were able to win 2-0 against Almeria. Atletico Madrid drew 1-1 with Espanyol. Real Sociedad drew 1-1 with Valencia, and both teams had red cards. And Villarreal against Mallorca. You know, Emery has gone.
Yeah.
And they are losing now.
Yeah, they are feeling the pressure. They are feeling that void he left. Yeah, it will be really hard for any other coach of Unai Emery class to fill it.
Real Betis and Sevilla also drew 1-1, and they also both teams had red cards. And tonight it's Rayo Vallecano against Real Madrid at around 11 p.m.
Yeah, 11 p.m.
Yeah. And the leading top scorer in La Liga is Robert Lewandowski with 13 goals.
Of course, who else?
Broja Iglesias, 8 goals. We can see that.
We can't see the Ballon d'Or.
He has been having injuries.
Yeah, yeah. But now he's back. I think he will be playing tonight against Vallecano. Yeah. It will be happy to see him back, by the way.
Yeah.
I'll be watching that game.
We can see in the standings there, Barcelona leading, played 13, for 34 points in total. Real Madrid in second, played 12, which they are going to play today to be 13. So are we going to see them claiming back their spot, having 32 points, followed by Atletico Madrid with 24 points, Real Betis with 24 points, Osasuna 23, and Real Sociedad cover up the top 6 with 23 points. Now it seems like there's a lot of competition in this La Liga side, because you can see from the third to sixth. To seven.
Actually, yeah.
They have not left
it's only a 3-point difference from the third position to the seventh one. Yeah, and from the eighth to 12th.
Yeah.
I think it's also another three points difference. Yeah, it's really competitive.
It's competitive.
Yeah, it's really competitive. I think the teams, they are playing football, as we call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Now in the Serie A, there were plenty of games played in the Serie A, big games played in the Serie A. The league leaders at the moment, Napoli, they were able to beat Atlanta 2-1, and this Napoli side this season seems to be a very, 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 very outstanding team.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they finished the group in the UCL. They finished with 15 points. Yeah, with 15 points. Now they are in the top of the Serie A, unbeaten.
Lost in the game
with the 35 points after 13 games. I think that's a sign of a title contender, of course. And I would really want to see Napoli get that cup again.
We wish to see them having that cup, because it's a league that has been dominated by Juventus in a very long time.
Yeah.
And in another game, a big game, was Juventus against Inter Milan. And it was shocking to see Inter Milan losing 2-0 to Juventus, a team that has not been in form at all.
Yeah, especially after missing so many chances. That was a poor game from Inter, I can say. That was a poor game from Inter. Juventus had only 2 shots on target, which they converted them into goals. Yeah, and well, kudos to Juventus. They needed that win. They needed to go back on form, especially after dropping out of the UCL. They needed a motivation, and I think that was a great motivation for them for beating the defending champions.
And in another game was Roma against Lazio. Roma were beaten at home against Lazio. Lazio are able to come up 1-0 winners.
Yeah, I think it's a big blow for Mourinho, that one. Yeah, I know he didn't expect to lose. Of course, he never expected to lose, and he's also dropped his position. He was from number 4 to number 6. Yeah, I think Mourinho has some much more work to do. To get Roma back on top.
Now on the table standings, we see that Napoli are the league leaders with 35 points. They are not even, we can't say even they are being followed closely to AC Milan, where AC Milan have 29 points. That's a very huge gap.
A 6 gap difference. That's 2 games.
It's a very huge gap. Now followed in the third position is Lazio, 27 points. Atalanta, 27 points. Juventus, 25th, 25 points. Roma, 25 points. And Inter Milan got slip up to 7th with 24 points. And on a goal scoring record, The top scorer is Victor Osimhen, who has been linked by us to Arsenal, having 8 goals. Marko Arnautovic, who was linked to Manchester United, and some of the Manchester United fans did not want him.
Yeah.
And now you can see he's among the top scorers there with 7 goals. Ademola Lookman, who was once at Leicester City, has 6 goals. Ciro Immobile 6, Dusan Vlahovic 6, and Lautaro Martinez 6. Well, that was it here at Sports Arena. Let's meet here on Wednesday again, same time, same place. I was your host Emmanuel Onyango,
and I was your guy Erico. See you on Wednesday. Peace out.
Rugby, football, hockey, tennis, cricket, and all variety. Catch us at Romy TV every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 2 p.m.
so that we can keep it sporty at Sporty Arena.